this beautiful Sunday, we're going to look into the astrology and the tarot for this week. I know last week has been very crazy. Um, if you guys have followed any of my posts that I do, we are in a very tumultuous time spiritually. Okay? So, there's a lot going on. With Pluto and Aquarius, and I've been saying this from the jump, from the beginning, Pluto and Aquarius is about society changing. Society completely changing how we see society. The last time this happened was during the French Revolution. Yes, you're going to have a lot of divisiveness during this time. You're going to have a lot of change that's going to happen in the United States. But keep an eye on France and the United States and what is going on, because the events that happen with these two countries really are going to be pivotal with the change in the rest of the world. Now, with that being said, without going too deep into it, let's just focus and come back to this week. All right. If you are joining me today live, go ahead, or if you're just watching it on a replay, go ahead and hit that tap like, and that really helps me with the algorithm. But I want to first, let's go into the astrology, then we're going to go into this week's aspects. Excuse me, my voice. All right, so I took some notes. This week, Mercury will be opposing Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. What does that mean for you? Mercury is in Virgo right now. And Mercury is big about details. It's about analyzing. With it opposing Saturn, things are not going to be completely clear, because Saturn is in Pisces, and Saturn has been working on trying to take the dreamy aspects of Pisces and organize it. Now, when it's opposing Mercury, language, information becomes a little bit more like structured or limited. Now, this can manifest itself in a number of ways. With Mercury being opposite of Saturn, people could get blocked for things that they say. They could get, they may say things that break rules. And this is regarding more spiritual things, because Saturn is in Pisces right now. Pisces is about the spiritual. I think we're going to have a lot of people speaking about spiritual things this week. With it opposing Mercury in Virgo, Virgo wants to be realistic about things. Saturn does too. But Saturn is causing conflict with Mercury. So things are not quite clear, especially with Mercury opposing Neptune in Pisces as well. So things become a little fuzzy, things are not clear, communication can get confusing. Watch what you say this week for you personally. Watch what you say. Guard your words, and don't believe everything that you see at first. Give yourself time, okay? Venus will also, the good side this week, Venus is sextile Mars. Sextile is, like I said, you have to make an effort. Sextile is a very creative energy. Keyword, sex. Venus sextile Mars. Venus is in Leo. With Venus in Leo, it's about expressing yourself, showing people what you really care about. The love energy. Mars, it's sextile Mars in Libra. So relationships will actually probably get better if you make an effort this week. So any relationship that you may have. Mars is in Libra. This is a good aspect. I think, even though they say Mars does not like to be in Libra, because Mars wants to battle. Mars wants to battle it out. But when it's in Libra, it's opposite sign. It's being told to, like, okay, let's get along. Let's find a compromise. So this may be a better week for people to get along, to communicate, but they're just not, like this past week, people were just yelling at each other, and I don't like you for this, and I don't like you for this belief or whatever. This week will probably be different as people slow down, think about what happened, especially regarding the whole Charlie Kirk thing, which has been a very divisive topic, or an event that happened, which we can see that I think A lot of people will start to think, contemplate what happened, try to understand the other side of the situation, why people are being passionate about it, and try to come together to some degree. This is what I'm kind of sensing. Just looking at what's going on in the stars, as above, so below. So with Venus sextile Mars, not only will your personal relationships get better, but also I think on a global scale, we may see people try to come to a compromise a little bit. Then Mercury goes into Libra, which is a very big transit. Mercury moves pretty fast. Mercury in Libra is people talking, trying to get along. Okay, that's people in your personal relationships. Mercury in Libra will make you want to talk in your relationship. Man, this past weekend with the moon being in Gemini, in my own personal relationship, everyone's been chatty all week long. And so it was, I invited my boo, my lover, over, and we were trying to watch a movie, and the entire movie he was just talking. And I think we're already starting to feel the aspects of that, because Mercury's been in Virgo. He has Virgo aspects too, so that might be it too. But when Mercury moves into Libra, wanting to talk about relationships, wanting to communicate with people that you have relationships with is going to be easier. It'll just be easier. So this is a good week to reconcile, to talk to people, to try to find some compromise. Mercury will also be trying Uranus and Pluto. So during this transit, Pluto is in Aquarius right now, and Pluto, that's what I'm saying, that's that very slow transit of society. Mercury trine Pluto, I think we're going to have better conversations this week. Not so many arguments, but more, let's talk about this. Let me try to see things from your point of view. If we're going to make change, we're going to do it together. Also, with Mercury trine Uranus, Uranus is about unexpected things. This is also about technology. I say Uranus is always about social media, but I see that people thinking outside of the box, trying to, this is a good time for coming up with great ideas, genius ideas. But breakthroughs, quick ideas, unexpected ideas. Uranus with the internet, I think we may see a lot of interesting communication online, probably from people we did not expect. So keep that in mind. If it happens, come back and let me know. It's like, Montre, you were right. But, I'm just looking at the aspects and trying to make a prediction based upon what I see. Now, personally in your life, yeah, you could have some unexpected conversations with people. You could have some innovative thoughts. You could have a conversation that changes everything about what you believe this week. You could have a conversation that completely, because Uranus rules Aquarius and Pluto is in Aquarius. So there could be some major conversations that change how we see society, that could change society. I'm just going to say Mercury is doing a lot this week, and we're going to see a lot of change happening with people in general, because people are going to be talking. They're going to be communicating, actually communicating. Despite what you feel about Charlie Kirk, whether you love him or hate him, this was a man who dedicated his life to debating and having a conversation. And in his death, I feel like a lot of people are going to really embrace the spirit of what he believed in, which is healthy debate. And I'm sensing that a lot of people are going to kind of embrace that energy and start discussing things that they are passionate about and having serious talks. Is there going to be some confusion? Probably. Because, anytime you have a debate, you are going to shake up what people believe. And so, with Mercury opposing Saturn and Mercury opposing Neptune, yeah, there are going to be a lot of talks about spirituality, beliefs, and what people are confused about. People are going to start asking questions, because anytime you have confusion, you're going to have questions. What's up, Gene? What's going on? Thank you for joining me in the chat. I hope people feel safe enough to have conversations with one another. I think this week they will. I don't think this past week a lot of people didn't feel safe about having conversations. They were afraid of maybe losing friends. Some people were afraid maybe they will be targeted if they had like maybe a conservative view about something. Um, I saw a lot of people who are on the liberal side express their beliefs and got fired. So yeah, there was a lot of disruption this week. This past week, I'm sorry, excuse me. This next week, I think we're going to see a little bit more order because now Saturn is getting into the picture, and Saturn is more about like restriction. So we're going to see a big difference, a big flip. But we are still going to see a lot of conversation because Mercury is doing a whole lot of stuff this week. So it's going to be, I would say for you personally, go ahead and express yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Become from a place of love and try to get understanding, because I don't feel like you're going to have a lot of conflict other than Mercury opposing Saturn and Neptune. I think maybe even if you speak your mind, people may not understand you. But Mars is still in Libra, then Mercury moves into Libra. So there are going to be conversations had. There will be conversations had still because this is such a pivotal time in history, which is wow. I never thought that something like this could be a turning point for society, So, but it is. I didn't predict that, but yeah, that's interesting. But sometimes it ends up like that. What is the one thing that's going to get people going, right? All right, so that's the astrology. I can get long-winded, y'all. So just tell me to shut up or whatever. Let's move on to the tarot. I'll just leave that there. Did I bring all my oracle cards? Nope, sure didn't. So let's go get them. Walk with me. I was like rushing and cleaning up, and I didn't bring all my oracle cards. And so sometimes I read on my coffee table, and sometimes I read at my desk. So we're gonna pull some cards here. Pull up these moon cards. Get all my decks. I got cards all over the place. Move, Spike. Move. Get out of the way. My dog. Anyhow. There we go. Okay, so I got my oracle cards, and I have my tarot deck. All right. So we are going to look into this week's energy, and let's see if it has anything to say based upon this week and what's been going on. Creator of all things, thank you for your insight. Please give me insight for this week's energy for the collective. And I'm hearing that I need to do an oracle message first. And that'll give me kind of a place to start. So let's do the oracle first, and then we'll move to the tarot. All right. Oracle message for this week. And then I'm going to do everyone's zodiac sign too. And if you guys stick around for the end, I will answer any questions you have. One freebie. All right. Woo, this week's energy. This week's energy. The Explorer. Okay, well, the Explorer represents taking a new path. The Explorer represents taking a new path and doing something different. Okay. The sun is behind him. He's looking into the beyond. He's got this, I don't know if you can see this, he's got this kind of like astronaut uniform on, and he's got his helmet off. I kind of see that he's kind of arrived on some new planet or something, and he's like, okay, he's taken all this time, all his years of wisdom. He's not repeating the same thing. He's moving toward, what is it? Star Trek, going to places where no man has gone before. Yeah, so that's what the explore your ideas, explore new things. Don't do the same old this week. No, with that Mercury energy, challenge yourself to move beyond your limitations. I think you're going to be challenged with your limitations with Mercury opposed Saturn, but Saturn doesn't limit you so you sit there. It limits you to say, okay, where am I limiting myself? Where am I self-sabotaging myself and saying I'm not going to get, like, it's a mindset thing. Everything starts with the mind, right? And when you get out of a certain limiting belief, wow, when you get outside of a limiting belief, then you can move forward. And Saturn in Pisces is limiting beliefs. This is illusions that you create in your own mind that are lies. What are the self-lies that are you telling yourself? And how can you change that to become a better person? Because Pisces is, I'm a Pisces, but sometimes they say Pisces are Delulu. And we can be sometimes. I think it's a Pisces thing to want to stay in fantasy land. I love Disney movies. I love fantasy. I love romantic stuff. But sometimes that's not reality. And I have to realize that in relationships, every relationship isn't a Disney movie. I have to realize, like, you have to deal with the problems that come with relationships. But, there's that. So don't deceive yourself, and look at reality as things are, and make sure that you communicate. Communicate. That is the key thing for this week. All right, so let's look at the cards and see what's going on for this week's energy. This is a collective reading for everyone, so wherever you get it, there's that Saturn energy. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords reverse, and the Devil card. Oh, wow. Look at that. Woo! And the Lovers at the bottom. Awesome. Love to see it. We're getting past our limitations. We are going to see them. Ace of Pentacles, the universe is giving us an opportunity to come to a stability. Some of you may be having opportunities that bring you money. But something with finances or just more stability, this is probably going to be a more stable week versus the past weeks. Where's the moon at? And that's usually affecting people emotionally. So the moon, Cancer. We are going to start the week with the moon in Cancer. So Cancer's heads up. With the moon in Cancer, people are going to be... Cancer is more of an emotional moon. But because it is Cancer, it is about security. What makes you feel safe? The Nine of Swords is reversed. So the fears, I think people are getting over their fears this week. And where you were talking about, I think you were referring, like you were saying, people were scared about saying things, of communicating because of what might be done, freedom of speech, whatever. The Nine of Swords, if we look at the Nine of Swords, this is about a person who has a lot of fears, who is worried about things. They're like, I'm having nightmares, and it's reversed. So this week, people are getting over their fears. There's a fearlessness on saying, this is all in my head. Whether you're having a personal experience where you're saying you're coming to grips with the nightmares or the demons that are messing with your mind, and you're deciding, oh, you know what? I have more power than these nightmares. The future position, the devil is still there. The devil is still there. This is that Saturn energy of limitation. You're going to see the best of people and the worst of people this week with the devil card there. But at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Lovers there. So there's this very strong polarization of energy. People, you're either going to see the dark side of people with the devil card there. And don't worry about that, because the devil card is about people who are in that Saturn energy. They're stuck. They're being challenged and they're being tested. It's not your job to pull them out of that. They need to pull themselves out of that. Anybody who's in devil energy has to pull themselves out. But at the bottom of the deck, we have the Lover's card, which is freedom and love. And so embrace the energy of love, what you love, the people you love, use that energy, and you should be fine. You should be fine. And behind that, I was looking at the judgment. The judgment card was behind that. So the universe is watching. The universe is watching. I wrote on my Facebook that you are not choosing your timeline. You don't get to choose your timeline. Your timeline is that you walk in is determined on how you become, or you choose who you want to become. Let me get the words right, because I put it on Facebook, y'all. I know all y'all don't follow me on Facebook, but you can follow me on X as well. Sometimes I simulcast that stuff. Where did that? Let me find find the words. I did it last night. I was having this moment, and I was like, "You don't choose your timeline. You choose yourself, and that chooses your timeline." Or something like that. Let me find what I posted. I have these epiphanies late at night, and I was like, "Let me write this down." Let's see. Oh, okay. You don't decide on what timeline you want to be on. You decide who you will be, and that decides for you. Point blank, period. Okay, decide who you want to be. And I think honestly, I think I saw the worst in a lot of people this past week, and I was just like, oof, yikes. You know, despite how and there was a lot of people who didn't even know who Charlie Kirk was, and then they're making comments about it. And I was like, why would you even do that? Why would you open your mouth to say something like that, you know? So, yeah. Let's walk in love, people, not in hate. Despite what, if you agree with people or not. Okay, but I don't know. There's such an extreme energy right now. And it's really telling you what timeline people want to be on. Do they want to be on a divisive timeline? Do they want to be where people are always in battle with each other, or are they going to walk in Christ consciousness? Really, whether you are a Christian or not a Christian, you can still be in Christ consciousness. Okay, but we're starting to see the reality of that. Let's move on to everyone's zodiac sign. Also, pray for your protections this week too, especially if you're feeling a little bit more insecure about what you're saying and what you're doing. I know that was a very scary week. Pray for protection for yourself and your family members, and usually that will solve a lot of that fear. Don't walk in fear, walk in love. Walk in love, baby. All right, let's look at everyone's zodiac sign. Whew. All right, I'm trying to get this scarf right. I don't want to be too hot though, because anytime I start reading, I get hot. All right, y'all. Whose sign are we starting with? I'm gonna see the first sign that I see, and then we'll move it from there. Whose sign? Who's one? Who are we gonna start with? And y'all make sure to hit that like button for me, please. Thank you. We're gonna start with Sagittarius. All right, Mandy. Sagittarius, y'all are up. We're gonna start with the Sagittariuses first. So if you're a Sagittarius or a Sagittarius rising, this reading is for you. All right. Sagittarius. And you get your card, the Temperance card. You got Temperance reverse. And on the bottom of the deck, the King of Cups. There could be some things that are out of balance with your life that need healing. This could be in regards to you and another individual, most likely. But also, Sagittarius, take things slow. Typically, Sagittarius has a goal and wants it now. I want my money and I want it now. Be sure to pump the brakes a little bit, Sagittarius, with the Temperance card. That is your card. Take it slow this week. Try not to jump to the conclusion, especially in regards to other people in your life that you love or you care about. The King of Cups is about love energy, expressing your love. You will feel the energy to express yourself because Venus is in Leo, and that's your sister sign. And it is going to be sextile Mars. So, but just take it slow. Even if you know who you want, take things slow. All right, let's move on to Capricorn. That's right after Sagittarius. Capricorn and Capricorn rising, my little workhorses. Let's see what the cards have for you this week. Capricorn and Capricorn rising. Michael says Virgo, but stars align differently thousands of years. Maybe a Leo. Well, do your Vedic as well. Western astrology is pretty, standard as a Virgo. If you want more detail, you want to do Vedic astrology as well. I combine both. I'm a different sign in Vedic astrology because they use more astronomy. I can't get my words out today. But yeah, Vedic and Western astrology. We'll give you some more clarity on your sign, but you're a Virgo. That's cool. All right, so Capricorn, you have the star card. So this is very feeling hopeful. I think there's some, I would say, gravitate to the energy of being optimistic about what is happening in your life. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Swords, which is what was happening in the main reading. So Capricorn, you may have had some fears about what is going to happen in the future. Capricorn, stay hopeful in your divine guidance that everything is going to be okay. So put your fears away. Sometimes Capricorn can be so realistic that when they get news, they trip out, man. They're like, oh no. You may get some news or you may have already had some news that disturbed you about what's happening. Stay hopeful that everything's going to be fine. Okay? Pull on divine guidance, not what is going on in the outside world, because you can be so practical that you can't see what is possible spiritually. What must I do to connect with my ancestors when I don't know them because they made my life hell? Well, I'm busy looking for people. I don't know where they are. Your ancestors are all around you. You don't have to know who they are to connect with them. They're a part of your DNA. They're a part of your personality. Everything that you are, your ancestors already were. So they are you. It's kind of like the Lion King when he was like looking in the mirror and he's looking for his father. Well, not the mirror. He was looking in the water. He saw his reflection. He saw his father. So you are a reflection of your ancestors. So when you are connecting with your ancestors, you're connecting with yourself. So you're just diving deep. You don't need to know their names. I know ancestors' names and I will call on them, but you don't need to know it because they're already a part of you. Unless you're trying to call on someone specific for their strength, that's how you do it. But they're already a part of you. You don't have to overthink it. Let's move on to Aquarius and Aquarius rising. Aquarius and Aquarius rising. Your energy this week. What is the message for you this week? Aquarius, you've got the Four of Pentacles. This is about stability. This is about kind of keeping things to yourself. Also, financially, this is don't spend a lot of money this week. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Six of Pentacles reversed. This is someone who's giving too much. Aquarius, you are a giver. You are a giver. You have the Water Bearer. The Water Bearer is one who pours into people. I would say this week, kind of keep things to yourself. Don't pour so much into people. Pluto is in your sign. You could overdo it. And what happens is you don't have enough for yourself. You don't have anything left for yourself. So before, especially financially, if someone's asking you for money and try, I need some help. Can you help? I know you're going to want to do it. But be honest with people if you can. Because you don't want to put yourself in a bind trying to help other people, trying to save people, and then you put yourself in a bad situation. So Aquarius, be careful with that this week. You're going to find that, there's going to be people who have issues and problems, let them wait it out a little bit before you try to jump in and be the superhero. Your aqua buddies, yeah, I noticed my aqua buddies too, and they like to be little superheroes. So, just heads up, Aquarians, you might want to. Oh, look, the sun just jumped out. Yeah, you don't want to drain your energy. Don't drain your energy saving people. Can't save a hoe. Sorry, can I say that on YouTube? You know, YouTube, you're trying to ban people for everything. Okay. Let's move on to Pisces and Pisces rising. What's up, home team? Pisces and Pisces rising. Pisces and Pisces rising. Page of Cups. You're going to be feeling very creative, Pisces, with the Page of Cups. You could also have someone who communicates with you that you didn't expect. Most likely, you probably have that. You'll have some unexpected encounters this week. Mercury is coming, trining Uranus. So you could have an unexpected idea, Pisces, a creative idea. Go ahead and use that idea. Do something with it. Be creative this week. Also, you could have an unexpected visitor. Someone who says, hey, what's going on? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Staffs. This could end up, if it is a person, you can have an unexpected person or somebody say, oh, I love you. And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know. What? The Knight of Staffs is a very passionate person who comes into your life very quickly and takes you on an adventure. You're like, what? So if someone wants to take you out, take you on an unexpected adventure, say yes. Mercury is going to be trying Uranus. This is going to probably be near the end of the week when Mercury moves into Libra. So have fun, Pisces. But also, this is, if you don't have someone outside of yourself trying to do this, shake your world up a little bit. You just may have that energy of, I have this great idea. It's kind of like this restless energy. I have a great idea. I need to do something. And you're going to do it with the Knight of Staffs there. Taking on its new adventure, a new goal of something that you want to do. It could make you some money. So, not to say you won't have some conflict. You know, don't let it, if it's another person, don't let it just be about sex. Like, make sure that you are talking about the real things that you care about, being your true self. Okay? And don't overthink it. Remember, we're not doing that devil energy. We're doing the lover's energy. We're not going to... And the devil energy is just like, you know, addictions, sex, you know, just focused on sex, just focused on drugs, just focused on these things that trap us. No, we're not using that energy. We're going to do the lover's energy. We're going to focus on real things that last. Okay? Not things that we have to recharge, you know. We're gonna get drunk and fucked up, and you know, in the morning we have regrets. You know, that's not happiness. That's just medicated. Let's move on to Aries. And Aries rising. The Rams, the ones that are like to take the lead, take control of stuff. What are the Aries? What is the energy for Aries this week? Oh, I felt a jumper. And there he goes. Aries, it is on the floor. Let me go pick it up. So funny. The Wheel of Fortune, of course, Aries, you have the Wheel of Fortune. You're always moving toward new things. And as you move toward new things, you're going to have a very fortunate thing. I see movement with you. Things are moving forward. And if you take a chance, good things are going to happen. The Hangman is reversed, which means that you have waited long enough. What you have been moving toward is finally going to happen. You're going to get some redemption. You're going to start seeing you're going to be vindicated. I feel validation here. And these are both major arcana cards, so this is something that is supposed to happen in your life. Aries, if you've been working towards something, you're about to see the fruits of it. How does that connect with you astrologically? This is you communicating. This is you moving forward. Because all that Mercury energy, your ruling planet Mars in Libra has to do with other people. You getting along with other people. A lot of Aries are getting in relationships. or connecting. If they're already in relationships, they're doing things in their relationships or getting along with people. And Mercury and Libra. You're gonna have a lot of transformative things happen in your life this week, Aries. Let's see how this plays out. I only know about maybe two. No, my brother's in Aries. What am I talking about? I know more than one Aries. My little brothers are Aries, and then I have a couple of friends that are Aries. I'm gonna keep my eye on them, see what happens. They've been doing good though, honestly. My little brother got a really good job. Both of them. And another Aries I know, he's getting married. He's blowing up. I'm not gonna say who that is. For those people that know me, they know who it is. His social media is blowing up. But they're doing good, so no problems there. Let's look at Taurus. Taurus and Taurus rising. Yes, everyone, please remember to like the video, please. It does help me out. I appreciate it, and I'm so grateful for it. Thank you. All right, so let's move on to Taurus and Taurus rising. Taurus and Taurus rising. What is going on with Taurus this week? The Justice card reversed. Four of Swords on the bottom. Taurus with the Justice card reversed. I feel like this is about something. This is an injustice, something that doesn't seem fair. Slow it down, Taurus. You're good at doing slow. But slow it down. Pump the brakes this week because the Four of Swords is there. And the Justice card is reversed. With the Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Devil card. Just pump your brakes this week, Taurus. I feel like some type of imbalance. You being if you are doing right, Taurus, then somebody is not doing right by you. But Taurus, if you're not doing right, you're gonna get the bad result from something that wasn't good. How can I put this in layman's terms? Come on, help me out. Unfair treatment. And because this is a major arcana card, this is the universe. This is karma coming back and slapping you. So if you haven't been doing right, Taurus, not a very good energy, and it's something that's going to make you sit still. If you've been doing okay, this is somebody not doing you, giving you fair treatment, and you having to sit still for a second and like contemplate, like what was this information? I was treated unfairly, and now I have to sit still and contemplate this energy, right? Justice reversed. Something is not right, and I have to sit still. So before I would say just take the time out. If it feels like the universe is putting you in time out or making you slow down for some reason. But don't let it stress you out. However that relates to you, Taurus, if you're watching this video, put it in the comments. And you may not know it until probably later on this week, maybe midweek. We're in Cancer, Leo, and then Virgo. You may get some clarity later on in the week when the moon goes into a sister sign. Cancer is going to be emotional. Leo is going to be not good for you when the moon is in Leo. We're going to do personal readings in a little bit after. Stay tuned to the end. Stay tuned. And then I'll let you guys ask your personal questions. All right, so let's move on to, after Taurus, we got Geminis. Gemini and Gemini rising. Gemini and Gemini rising. Gemini, Ace of Cups reverse. Your spiritual life may feel a little tired. Also, this is you not really having a lot of emotional energy to give to people, Gemini. feeling drained, feeling empty, and being overly defensive. This was a lot of cards that kind of jumped really quick. And there's the devil card right behind that Ace of Cups. If you are in a relationship that's just focused on sexual things, you're going to be tired of that. I feel like, Gemini, you want something a little bit more than that. You want something a little bit more than that. Ace of Cups reverse. And the devil card behind it. With the Seven of Wands. Yeah, Gemini. So, for you, this could easily be someone that you're connected to that is not giving you the love that you want. And I'm pretty sure you're going to communicate that. Because you like to talk. And Mercury is doing a lot to let you know that you need to speak up. So Gemini, yeah. Gemini and Gemini rising. Not only will you're not feeling something, you're going to communicate about it. Don't let somebody make you a sex toy. You are not a sex toy. You need a good conversation. What is it? I need my penny conversations with my sis. What was that, TLC? Long as you know that I can have any man I want to, baby, that's actual and factual, but still, do I get copyrights for singing? I'm not sure. Let's move on to Cancer. The moon is moving into your sign. Hey, Darlene, what's going on? What's happening? Welcome to the group chat. Cancer, the moon is moving into your sign this week. You will be all over the place because I know my Cancer people. I have a lot of y'all as friends. And sometimes y'all just get like when the moon is in Cancer. So try to use it for the good and not the bad. Don't get too overly emotional about things and go into your little shell as you like to do. My cousin's a Cancer too. If you're feeling moody, talk to a friend. Send a text like, man, I'm not feeling really great. But that's going to be earlier this week. I think if you actually communicate about what you're feeling to other people, that'll be the good thing to do for you. Because of all this Mercury energy happening this week. Let's get a card for you. The card for the Cancers this week. The Ten of Coins, reverse. Something with your job, your career, or how people see you is reversed. You may have some stress and worries about financial obligations or how you're being seen, your legacy. What are you doing for the long term? Whatever you've been working on in your life. And it could be a relationship as well. Five of Swords is on the bottom. So the Five of Swords represents winning some type of battle, but losing friends. Because we have this guy, he's holding 3 swords. And those swords are probably cutting him. Look at this. He's holding these 3 swords in his hand. He's walking off. He won. What is this guy doing in the back? He's holding up a cup. So these people have lost their battle. They're looking for love. They're looking for something to fill their cup. They've dropped their swords. And this other guy, he's holding 3 swords in his hand. And he's walking off. This might be you, Cancer, where you've won a battle, but you're still, the 3 of Swords represents grief, but this is the 5 of Swords. So 2 swords have been dropped. A decision has been made, and while you're not feeling great about a situation, you won. And it could be a career battle, but something still feels like you feel like you're being cut, or I don't know, it's painful. It's a painful transition of some sort. A painful transition. And maybe it's you. I have one Cancer friend, he was talking about changing careers. And I know how you guys connect with people that you work with, and it's like, if I change careers, I have to meet a whole new group of people. Y'all consider like your career like your family, so that's a big Cancer thing. So or you don't feel very close to the people that you're working with. But it's about maybe you're changing your career, and it's bittersweet because you're gonna lose some people, you're gonna lose some friends. Something about your legacy that you've been working toward. If you need to talk about it, I'm here. If you don't have a friend, you know Pisces and Cancers are like peas and carrots. Actually, I have one of my friends as a Cancer. He's got a reading with me, a personal reading with me this week. So maybe that's meant to be. We'll have to see. All right, let's move on to Leo and Leo rising. Leos, the moon will be going into your sign later this week. We're moving into our moon people. Leo and Leo rising. What is going on with you? Right when I say that, my Leo friend hits me up talking about what you cooking. I ain't cooking nothing. Leos, you have the devil card. The devil card, you may have some issues in life this week where you have conflict, obstacles. You got the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is a waiting energy. Leo, I don't know if you like to wait, but something's forcing you to wait. Okay, something is forcing you to sit still and wait. Okay, and you may not want to do it. The devil card is about obstacles. It's about conflict, something that's in your way. It's a challenging week for you. You're gonna have a test. You are being tested this week, Leo. This devil card is a little bit different because it's like it's got this Moloch type character. He looks like he's at the throne of hell, you know. And it's the 15th card, which is the 6. Yeah, you're gonna have some conflicts. You're gonna have some issues this week with just something, anything. That the devil card, it can be anything that's conflict. But the advice here is the Three of Wands, which is saying just sit there and wait, because whatever you're waiting for is coming. It just this week it may seem like it's not. So let's get past our self-sabotaging beliefs. The moon will go into your sign, and you will be feeling better with Venus and Leo, sextile Mars and Libra. You may have conflicts, but you're going to be feeling well if you connect with another person. Just don't let your connections be just superficial. So if you have a lover or someone that you like, don't let it just be about sex. Otherwise, you're going to have problems. You're going to have to wait. Because something is in your life that's trying to manifest. It's just that this week it just seems kind of like, I don't know if it's just you being tired or not wanting to do anything, or not having all the energy. Something is blocking your energy. That's what I'm hearing. Something's blocking your energy right now. So just wait it out. Let's move on to Virgo and Virgo rising. The moon will also be going into your sign, I think around Friday. And you have your opposition with Saturn and Neptune, which is that similar energy with Leo, where you have conflicts, where you're gonna have, where you want to do stuff, but there's a little bit of confusion. Okay, I'm sorry, getting hot right there behind my ears. Whoa. Let me get my fan real quick. So yeah, Virgo, because Mercury is in your sign for just this little bit, it's in the last degrees. What you're thinking and your thoughts and communication are going to be tested in the last degrees of Mercury. When Mercury's been in your sign, it likes to be in your sign. You've been feeling very analytical, but these are the last few days. So make sure you are working on your ideas. You may feel some conflict, but let's see what your card is for this week. Mercury. Virgo and Virgo rising. Virgo and Virgo rising. Look at that. There it is. Two of Swords. You have to make a decision. Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Come on, y'all. I can't make this up. Swords represent communication. It represents ideas. you are going to have to choose between two very good ideas that you want to do in these last few degrees at the early part of this week. And then when the moon moves into your sign, you're going to be feeling your energy come back to you. Mercury will leave your sign and move into Libra, where you may feel a sense of indecision. Because Libra doesn't like to decide. You do. Libra doesn't. Mercury, your ruling planet, is going to move into Libra, making you have to decide about two things that are very good ideas, taking leadership, and it's going to bring a little bit of confusion on what you want to do. So, if you're going to have some epiphany or some idea, or there's going to be a lot of communication, but even if you're not communicating with people, but I know you will, it's going to be about idea. An idea of something that you want to do in your life, and you're like, oh, do I do this or that? Do this or they're both great ideas. In Virgo, what happens with you, it's not the indecision. It's about you overanalyzing things, and you sitting there and you think about it way too long. With the planetary aspects, Mercury opposing Neptune, there's going to be some confusion there. Neptune is in your opposite sign. This also could be in relationships too, having to decide on what to do about a particular relationship. Because Saturn and Neptune are in opposite of you in the 7th position of relationships. And you may have some confusion on what to do about a particular relationship. Like, are you going to get more serious about it? Are you going to do something? Something. Let's go on to the Libras. I know a couple of y'all, too. Let's see what's going on with y'all. We're getting to the core group of people who are going to be affected the most. Leos, Libras, and Virgos this week. Because the moon is going into your sign. Somewhat Pisces, because Saturn and Neptune are being opposed by Mercury. Libra and Libra rising. Oh, he's so nasty. Oh, Lord have mercy. Libra and Libra rising. Libra, you've got the Two of Cups. All right, Libra, you are obviously getting along with people. Two of Cups is very good with your relationships. Mercury is moving into your sign, communicating. If you have someone that you're interested in, you will start understanding them a little bit better this week. When Mercury moving into your sign, you're going to want to communicate. You want to get along. You always want to get along with people. Mercury in your sign with the Two of Cups, not only are relationships going smoothly for you, but you're feeling good about things. The High Priestess is reversed on the bottom of the deck. Something is being revealed to you that you didn't see before. Just continue. Like I said, this is about for everybody too. Continue to communicate and talk. You're going to see things differently that you didn't see before about somebody that you know. And it's actually going to draw you closer to them. So just speak up. The Two of Cups, this is very good. That's you being unified. Look at this energy. Just embrace and meditate on that. These people are intertwined. It's a snake that's intertwining them on this card. And the snake is transformation, wisdom. You know, this is marriage, binding two people together. DNA could be family. Yep. Joining the masculine and the feminine. If it's not a relationship with you outside of yourself, you're obviously being connected with your own self, the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself. And your mind is sharp. Your mind is very sharp. It's helping you get along. You may be the catalyst. I want to know, Libras, if you know the Libras, watch your Libras this week, because they may be the catalyst of bringing people together this week. That's what I'm hearing. Your Libras might be bringing people together. How am I doing? I'm doing great, Nani. I'm doing great. It's a great week today. Um, today. Yeah, it could be a great week today. It's a great day today. Feeling great. It's been a good weekend. So, pretty chill. My mind has been buzzing. Like, I've had so many good ideas. I don't know if y'all watched my videos, but I've been made a couple of videos, and my mind has been all over the place. Been really thinking about. I've been going down the Satan's little season rabbit hole. Look it up on YouTube if you don't know about it. I might make some more videos about it, but whew, that is a rabbit hole that I wasn't ready for. Ooh, that's the reflux. Ugh. That was gross. Ugh. Ugh. That comes with being old. You just found me 10 seconds ago. All right. Man, it's like Alice in Wonderland. And then you find the algorithm says, oh, you like that? Like, here's another video. All right. And last but not least, the Scorpios. Any Scorpios in here today? Any Scorpios? Scorpio and Scorpio rising, your message for this week. The Knight of Coins. An opportunity is moving toward you. It's very slow. Take it step by step. You see how he's raising that one leg up. You know, it's taking one step up. This is an opportunity coming to you, but it's slow. Trust your intuition. Be guided. Be protected. I'm saying protect yourself. Remember I say talking about protect yourself? The scarab represents the spirit, and he has his shield. His shield is behind him. He's protecting himself, you know, but he's still offering this handout. He's giving somebody something. Okay, so this is either you offering somebody an opportunity, a stable opportunity, but taking it very slow, or this is somebody offering you an opportunity that's coming very slow. You're going to start seeing the beginnings of something happening. Once again, the Four of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. This is not something that's happening immediately. This is you contemplating, resting, chilling out, knowing that this opportunity of some sort, maybe a financial opportunity or anything, is coming toward you. I just noticed on this card, you see his foot? He's stepping on a snake. He's got this snake under his foot. So this is a sense of control. A sense of control. Where he's not letting the things that are happening around him push him. He's not emotionally responding to something that's happening around him. He's keeping things stable. He's keeping things still. Something is, you're because the snake represents transformation. Also deception too. But he doesn't have his sword out. He's just standing on a snake. So nothing's changing right now with you. Don't be moved or swayed about what's happening around you. Because Scorpio, sometimes you can embrace things. You are a water sign. But I'm hearing chill out. That's the message for you, Scorpio, is to chill out. Something is happening in your life. It is happening slow, but don't be moved by the changes that are happening around you. Don't be distracted either. All right, so overall, let's recap. There are new opportunities coming for everyone. The challenge here is to get over your own personal fears, your own personal self-sabotaging beliefs. Um, there will be some challenges. The key thing here is don't keep things to yourself. With Mercury moving and changing signs, you're going to be influenced to communicate with others, to see things from other people's point of view. It's going to be easier if you make an effort to get along with people this week, to get along with others. Because Libra energy is not just your energy, it's about every other people. There will be opposition. There will be confusion. Watch your words and how you say things. With Saturn in Pisces opposing Mercury in Virgo, watch what you say, watch your words. As you can see, especially if you're doing social media, a lot of people have gotten fired for things that they have said or done online. So be mature and responsible and try to find a middle ground. That's for everybody. That's the message for everybody. And your own personal card, take that for what you will and add that to the message, because I do sense that things will be better this week. I'm sensing that. Not as much confusion as, well, there's still going to be a little bit of confusion, but because Neptune is still in Pisces. All right, let's get some. You guys can put your personal questions in here. And let's pull some cards for you guys that are here watching me live. Thank you so much. And my reward for you guys for listening to me ramble is one free question. So go ahead and put it in the chat. Let me drink some water. What my Virgo friends' feelings and next actions are toward me. Your Virgo friend. Well, we already saw what Virgos are going through. Let's see what your friends' feelings are. Did I bring all my relationship cards here? Let's just pull some tarot real quick. What are their feelings toward you? Very good. Let's see what your friends' feelings are. Remember, also our overall message was explore new things. Dare to go to the unknown. That's the overall message. That was from the beginning of the reading. Can you see that one? The Explorer. Your friend, the Hermit card, the Tower card, and the Six of Swords. Wow. You have someone who is overthinking things. They're overthinking things. With the Hermit card and the Tower card, they want to avoid a bad situation. With the Tower card there, the Hermit card is Virgo energy. Overthinking, worrying about something, worrying about the past, afraid something is going to happen, trying to predict what is going to happen, trying to expect something to happen. The Six of Swords reversed, that's a different energy of, this is a long journey for them. They're thinking like, maybe I should just like stop traveling, like stop doing this and like move towards something else. Let's clarify that Six of Swords there. Because I feel like the actions here with the Six of Swords reverse is like they don't want to move on toward this path. Let's clarify the Six of Swords. I'm sensing that like they're letting their negative thoughts, they feel like they're not going to get you. The Nine of Cups reverse. And the Six of Swords. Like, the Six of Swords represents someone who wants to go on a journey with you. A healing journey. To go from chaos to something peaceful. And when it's reversed, it's kind of like either I don't want to do this journey because I feel like I'm not going to get what I want. They're overthinking things, and they're not really seeing things as they should be. The Four of Cups represents, at the bottom of the deck, represents emotional distance. So this is someone who is not opening up because they feel like it's not going to happen. They're almost like, that's that devil energy from the original reading of they're letting their self-doubt get the best of them. And because of that, they're not going to take a chance. They don't want to take a chance because they're already trying to predict what could happen. And because they do that, they stand off. And that's not the good energy to have. What should you do in this situation? Because you can't really control what they do. What should you do in this situation? I'm seeing a person who's seeing all the negative stuff that could happen. And they're like, ain't gonna do it. And because of that, they're not, That's desperation. What should you do? You're dealing with someone who is in a negative energy right now. Don't do anything out of fear. The desperation card is low vibrational. Don't do things out of fear. If you want to transform the energy, just move forward with love and give them a sense of confidence. You can't give people confidence, but once again, what was my main message? Communicate. Talk to them. Because something is going on in their head where they're seeing something that isn't real. They're seeing a negative situation that isn't real, and it's putting them in this energy. And also, this could also, when I asked, I said, what should you do? Don't be desperate. Don't do anything out of desperation. Don't do things out of fear. Just kind of go out of love. And if you're interested in this person, just communicate with them and let them know. They are a communication sign. They are ruled by Mercury. They need to hear and talk and analyze things. And Mercury will be leaving their sign, so there's going to be a bit of confusion. Remember, Mercury, their ruling planet, is opposing Saturn and Neptune, so there's going to be some confusion that they have. They're going to have a lot of confusion. And they're not going to know what to do on a certain issue. And they might not do anything, most likely. They just, so just give them a little bit of confidence just by communicating. You said your Mercury's in, I know someone with a Mercury and Virgo, and that, they are not only very chatty, but they think about everything. He is an overthinkaholic. Yes, I know. I know Virgos. So that reading was for Jean. Legit for Leaf. I'm open to any messages Spirit may have for me. All right, let's get you a message for this week. Your message for this week. Your personal message, legit for Leaf, Mermacore, Nani. Let's get your message for this week. Your guidance from the universe this week. Okay, the Father. Woo-wee. Father represents tough lessons. I think you're going to be going through some stuff. It ain't going to be easy this week. With the Father card, the universe wants to teach you something. It wants you to learn it, and it's going to be a tough lesson. So when we add this to the other cards that I was pulling for this week for the collective, where people are facing their devils, being stressed out about certain things, and being urged by the universe to communicate, the Father card is saying there's a responsibility that you have that you need to face, and it may not be easy to face it. All right, let's pull some tarot for you. The Father. It's tough love, basically. Tough love. Also, a father figure may come into play this week. Also, you may be representing the father where you need to be tough on somebody in love. When we love people, it's not about giving them everything that they want or ask us for. It's about saying, okay, well, I'll do this for you, but here are the rules. Okay. You have the King of Staffs, the Eight of Staffs, and the Queen of Staffs. What? This could be regards to, we have the masculine and the feminine here. The King of Staffs and the Queen of Staffs could be representing a relationship that needs to slow down. Eight of Staffs. So there could be a relationship. This could be a soul connection because they're both of the same symbol. Fire energy. The King of Staffs wants to do something, wants to focus on something, wants to move forward towards something, and the Queen of Staffs wants to receive it, baby. Give me the power. Give me the love. Give me what you got. Give me what you got. Mopo chop. They get along with each other because not only are they spiritually matched, they're able to spiritually manifest things, but they're also spiritually accepting things. But there's a slowing down of the energy between two people who have very similar energies. Yeah. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Knight of Pentacles reverse, which means something is stuck. It's not moving at all. Don't get frustrated when things are not moving in regards to your relationships or your connections with others, especially when someone has a soul connection with you. Things are not moving very quickly. It's okay. It's just a challenge, and it's a lesson that you need to learn. All right. That was a good reading. Darlene, will my new love be coming this year? You want to know about romance this year. Darlene, looking for new love this year. Is new love coming to you this year? Darling, new love. Ooh, got some jumpers. And 3 cards. Wow. We've got the 6 of Cups reverse. We've got the Temperance card and the Wheel of Fortune upright. That's a no, yes, yes. The 6 of Cups reverse talks about being stuck in the past. And this is a no. I don't know if you have an ex or something. The 6 of Cups in the reverse, in the past position. It could be something in the past that is holding you back, that you need to face. And if you can't get past the past, if you can't get past past relationships, nothing's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen this year. You have the Temperance card, which talks about patience, trying to connect you and other people. So we got a no, yes, yes. I think you're going to find new love. If you want to find new love, it's going to take some time. Love takes time to heal when you're hurting so much. The Wheel of Fortune looks like time, right? Moving forward. I don't see it happening this year with the Temperance card and the 6 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune moving forward. I think you're going to have new love, but it's going to take time. I feel like there's some healing processes that need to happen with you in regards to past situations that you've been through. And when you start facing those issues that you may have regarding past relationships that you've already been in, 6 of Cups reverse in the past position, and you start working on that healing, then you will find new love, which is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is saying things will start moving forward. Not necessarily you will find new love, but there will be more opportunities and chances for you to find new love. So it is moving forward. Once again, I don't know why this snake keeps popping out for me on these cards, but the snake talks about transformation, something changing with your life and moving forward. So let's focus on healing, the Temperance card. Okay, let's focus on healing anything in the past that may be blocking you from future relationships. The 5 of Cups reversed. If you've been feeling sad or sorrowful about issues, this is where you're focusing on, or needing to focus on. 5 of Cups talks about sadness. Someone who is lost 3 cups, maybe lost someone very close to you, and you want that 2 of cups. You want a relationship. You look at that person. Just keep focusing on what you truly desire, and get over the loss of anything that's happened in the past or any issues that you may have had with people in the past, and then it'll make it easier to move forward to the future. So I'm looking at maybe not this year. If it's this year, it's probably going to be somebody in the past. I can interpret it like that. If it's not somebody you want in the past, if you want someone new, totally new, it's not going to be this year. It's going to be sometime, probably next year. Okay? Edit. All right. Hey, Danielle. Do we have any more? No problem, Darlene. I do appreciate you. I thank you guys for joining me today for this Sunday reading. If you haven't already, go ahead and tap. And Kat, yeah, one more question. I'm gonna do Kat's question, and I'm gonna drop up out of here. Kat, what's up for you? Let's get some messages for you, and what the universe wants you to know. I'm kind of feeling like I want to do an angel message with you, Kat. You know, I don't want to do everybody the same. And if you guys need a personal reading, you can book it on my website, montrebible.com. MONTREBIBLE. Huh! MONTREBIBLE. Huh! MontreBible.com. All right, Kat, here's your message for you. Message for you. Angel message. You need to be focused on what you truly desire. You've got Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is protecting you, but he's saying you need to be specific about what you're asking for, because we don't know. You need to be like, you can say, I want this. And it's like crystal clear intentions is saying, say exactly what you want from the universe and stick to it. Don't say anything outside of what you want. The words you speak produce life or death. If you say, I am sick and tired, guess what's going to happen? You're going to manifest being sick and tired. Okay? So watch your words. Be crystal clear about what you want. Because people say stuff all the time that they're not trying to manifest. He makes me sick. Well, guess what? You just manifested. Somebody making you sick. Okay? So be crystal clear about your intentions. Archangel Michael wants you to be very serious and focus. You're being protected right now, but the universe wants you to manifest something, but get more specific. Like focus. All right, let's get another message for you from the tarot. We've got the 6 of Coins, balance, the Queen of Coins, insecurity, and the King of Cups, love. What I talk about being focused. This is the 6 of Coins. Whether in money or love, this is about balance of give and take. Someone has a handout, somebody's giving it. Okay? You have to balance out your energy on what is happening in your life. The Queen of Coins is about receiving things, but the Queen of Coins is insecurity. This is someone who receives something and doesn't know how to do with what they've been given. So the universe is giving you something. I'm desiring something. And then the Queen of Pentacles receives it, and she's like, I don't know what to do with it. She's like, this is like when you receive something very nice. Or you get a good opportunity and you don't take advantage of it. Or you get a lot of money and you spend it on something stupid. Or you get a stable relationship and you're like, oh, that person is boring. The King of Cups is in the future position. This is saying being guided by love, expressing love. I've already said that in this main reading. The King of Cups is masculine, expressing love, being emotionally stable. Very two opposite, well, not opposite energies, but two very squaring energies. Well, they could be opposite, because this is earth and this is water. This is being insecure about what you have. This is being stable emotionally. Okay, stable emotionally, finding emotional stability, expressing your love in a sense of stability without being wavered by how others are feeling or what you're feeling. And then on the 7 of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck, which is about focus. And I just said that, crystal clear intentions, being focused on what you truly desire. Don't be all up in your head about stuff, about dreaming like, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, I wish I had this. Okay, you need to focus on one thing. Focus on your dream and desire that you truly want to manifest. Focus on that and focus on what you truly love, and that will manifest for you. Okay, so that's your message for you. And that's what I have for today. If you guys want a personal reading, like I said, MONTREBIBLE, MontreBible.com. And remember, I love you guys. I thank you for joining me. I love reconnecting with you guys. And be sure to make your reality happen, because if you don't do it, then who will? I will talk to you guys later. Have a great week.